darn it. Oh. Oh, let's go solve some more stained glass puzzles. Exciting for me. We're gonna work our way back up. All right. We've jeweled 5 of these. Let's work on 7. Vision. I'm not gonna immediately go for pulling out the I'll reveal them thing. We'll start from here. Position 3. All region specific exact 3, Gemini and Delta. As we know, 3 can only really have 2 shapes. Straight line and a turn. Let's see. Was it straight line here? This would have to be straight here. Would need to be a I don't think there's any way this one is not. Cross like well, straight line like then. Here. Still, this is still required to be a straight line. Right? Still requires to be a straight line across, but it could be here. They both have to be a straight line, but the center's filled. Straights across. Straight line. Yeah, that looks like it's filled. I don't see anything wrong with how that's constructed. Watch me poorly explain how to do puzzles. Position 4, Delta. There are 2 regions touching. This has to be this. Same over here. Has to be this. All right. Now it can either be this or I think here there's only one. So start here. We want to try to be this. This would have to be straight line. This would have to be straight line, which would satisfy both. Only way this could go here would be you have to have an L shape here. Forces this. Now this could either turn this way or go this way. There needs to be a T here. I think the only it'd have to be the L shape then that satisfies that. This would, I mean, this could be the L shape. Straight line. Have S here. S here. Oh no, I can't have an S here because then we have to have an S here. I think this has to be the S. This likely has to be the S. This could be a line. You could have L here. No, we can't have an L. We have an S here. We could have an L here, and this would be square. All right. That looks to satisfy that you can. I was just thinking about how this. I was just thinking about how this game would be actually like fun to do with my tablet. These lines would be a lot neater looking. You know what I mean? Oh no! This no. No. I just realized, yeah. I mean, okay. This has to be the S shape, all right? There's no choice about that. This could be a line. This could be an L. This can't exist though. Could be a T. No, it can't. What could it be then? The only shape that fits here is this L. That's a line. Again, this looks like it'd only be the L. But if we do an L here, this makes this one. Is there any way to orient? Okay, there's no other way to orientate a T over here that doesn't block this off. Like, you have to be like this. So these two have to be set in stone. Right? Okay. Which leaves this one to be like that, because you can't go the other direction. There's no other way for a T to fit here. There's no other way for a T to fit here. I think it's at this point that it starts getting weird. This has to be an L. This has to go this way. It could be an L. It could do this. It could be an L. It could be an L like that. And this is that. Then we have an S. That was an L before, though, wasn't it? L. 9. It should be an L, though. The line, that's an L? I don't think that breaks any rules, does it? Okay. Okay, we were close. All right. Six. What's this one? 5. 6. Precision 8. Must be exactly 8. 8. 8. Okay, let's. All right, let's try this again. Whatever this is has to fill up these. Cannot go here. Let's mark out the range. All right. The problem is it has to follow either of these paths. I think the issue we run into here is I feel like this has to happen. That? No, this can't come this way. Hmm. This filling up down here becomes a problem. Could do this. Hmm. I feel like that has to be one shape. No. Oh. That's an 8. Come this way. Come that way, though. Cuts that off, though. Okay, I have a feeling these all have to be this. I'm struggling so much. This one is rough. Oh my god. Alright, I know for a fact this has to be something. This has to be its own thing. Like, if I check it out, everything here is correct so far. I do this, everything's correct. I do this, no. I think it's that. That. Alright. 7, 8. At least one mistake. Okay. Okay. I don't know what I did. What did I do to deserve this? All right, 5. Precision 6. 1, 6. Okay. We need to make that shape off of every fucking. All right. See if I can just fit these. If I can see if I can figure it out. Run into a problem this one. Say the difficulty here is figuring out a way that these all fit, you know, nicely. Right here is the hardest one to. I feel like it has to be like. Now, here's the problem we run into though. How do I fit one here? That creates a problem though. All right. I think I think this side is the one that needs to be on here. See my vision? All right. And then all space here. 1, 2. Does this work? God, that creates 11. Oh. So wait. 6, 7. Are you kidding? Okay, I just want to make sure. That's not correct. All right. I just. All right. But I can't do it like this because that creates pockets that I can't fill. Make sure it's not like. No. As I said, like, that's not it. It either. Oh my god. Okay, this is one. All right. Is it possible it's just like that? And actually, that's possible. And then 1, 2. Okay. Beats this. Okay. 6. Precision 3, Gemini, and Delta. Let's ask this question right here. What happens if this is a straight line? This one ends up being a turn. This one's a straight. Not the only one. Has to be a straight line here. Could be. Right here, this becomes impossible. Not that this isn't not that this is an impossible shape to do. But we could be coming this direction. Distance. Coming. We'd be coming this way? No, because this would create 5 here. We couldn't have a 5. This would have to come this way. This way happens. Not a block we can. Skin would have to come this way. Skin would have to come this way. Have a straight. Obviously, we'd here. Have to fill here and here. We'd be open. Oh, but this has to turn, and it can't turn in either direction now. This creates a block we can't fill. This could also be. Look at the options. Okay. Actually, that brings me up to this one. This right here. This spot right here. It can't curve. This has to be a line. This has to be a line. Okay? Which means this has to come this way. This has to be a straight line. Right? Yeah, this is all correct. Okay. Which means that, oh, this has to be a straight line here. And it has to be here, right? Which means this has to be 4. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, this has to be a straight line. This could be So the turn. Those are necessary. All necessary. One has to turn. It can't. Can it go this way? No, because it creates a. Those are set in stone. Again, this comes this way. It creates an impassable area. This comes this way. There has to be 2 lines here. Has to be a 3. There has to be that there. The only way that works. Be a line. Back to this. So, this can come this way now. Have a line here. This would have to be a line then, so they can't do that. It has to come like this. It has to be a line. I think this is all correct. Yeah. Okay. Turn. This can turn like that. This could be a line. Fine. All right. Yeah. All right. And this one. Precision 4. Well done, Gemini. All right. What is our possible shape? Cannot. Well, could be a T. Suddenly we have a T here, and it can't. Like this. Like. A line. Does that have to be anything other than T? Anything other than anything other? Can't be be an L. Then this would have to be an A. So this could be an S. Needs to connect here. Could be an. This could be an. So it has to be an L. Anything but an L? This needs to just not be a S or a T. Could be a... That one can't be. L. Square, and then a square, and then everything's not in a satisfactory method though. Because this needs to be an S. Square and a square. That's an L. That looks like it fills everything. I don't know why it started with a T over here. It happened to have. I think because of the proximities, I was like, what ones looks like the one that could most likely fill this space? And that's just what we came to. You know what I mean? 7 down there. I don't know what your... Okay, this is a 3. All right. Shape bank. All regions must use one of these shapes. All right. What do we know for sure is this? Means we know this comes out this way. Which means this comes out. Okay. Have to have an... It's here then. Could be a... There. Fills both those. Here. Another square, and everything looks to be fulfilled. Only doesn't work is they give us crap for those two being. It's the only way that gets filled. This. Just like kind of just filling in the shapes. This needs 3. Oh, one of them's down there. I think on this is one of them. All right. Figure this out. To go. No way about that. Has to go this way. Like, I'm sitting here, I imagine these all have to fill their space to the best of their ability. I'm saying. You know, just kind of following the patterns and filling in as I go. Some of these just feel like second nature, the way the page works out for me. You know what I mean? Hi, Apollonia. How are you doing today? What'd you spam me with? Well, spam's the wrong word. One more, which we know where it is. It's down here. Okay. Must use these shapes. Okay. Anywhere these shape, like some of these obviously go. This one could be like this here. This. This. This would have to follow this. Wouldn't need it. This could go either way. We just don't know yet. That feels like that fits right there. Fill that entire. That for 1 week. This feels really good so far. This is where we run into a problem. See how both of these. Unless this one did like. What I mean? Someplace. And this becomes impossible down here. No. That start felt really good. This feels like this fits here really well. These feel like they fit here really well. This here. This. That's a problem. That. This fills up this direction. There. Here. Here. That up. There's no way to fill up here. Fine. Now we have no way of filling. Just simply do it like those. Again, we have no way of filling it up here. Really feels like this needs to I do over here again? Did I reset it, or how did I have over here? This worked. This did work. What was I doing over here then? Okay. Let's try. Okay. Let's go from here. Let's see if we can figure out something from here. This here. Oh. That there. That. Those two. Okay. 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 Well, the way this fits here is this. And there's no way for this shape to get in here. Oh no. This start like this. No. Can't even start that way. This shape becomes impossible. Start it this way. There's multiple ways this shape can manifest. But that becomes impossible if I do it. This direct. Has to be like this. This right here. Can't come down. Let me just double check. Is there any other way this manifests? Like this isn't usable either? Maybe? No, that's usable. No, that doesn't work. What am I doing? I mean, I think that has to come out there that way then. Would it have to be this? I think this has to... I think this would have to manifest like this now. Like, it can't do this, right? No. Even manifest like this? Would have to go this way. Ooh. Uh. Hmm. Sweet Jesus. Tried so hard, got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. Oh, jeez. The only way I can imagine you could possibly be combined out of any of these two is these two. That's assuming there would be any way to do this. I think the only way you can is this, and there's just no way of doing that. I'm almost... Okay, they're either... Okay, these two are either wrapped in this corners or wrapped in these corners. I just don't know which ones. Now, there's a way we could just figure this out. We could just do this and hit check progress like that. All right. Well, I have a feeling they're wrapped like that then. Check progress. Yeah, everything's correct so far. So, we could have it do like this, that, and have this come out of here. That's a possibility. It's here. That. L shape. Shape maybe. L out of there. Not this. That. 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 This becomes impossible. There's only two places this one can sit. That's either like this or like this. Do that. This one can go here, but now this is possible. This has to sit like this. This one would have to sit. No. Am I overcomplicating these? This one can sit like this. Okay, that could do that. That works. This has to come out this way. Would have to come up. I think those are. I think those are guaranteed. Check progress. Oh, at least one mistake. Well, fuck. Oh, fuck. I mean, this can sit like this, and this can sit like this, right? This... All right, yeah, no, I mean that works. Yeah, that works. Whatever this does here, this has to be its own thing. It'd have to go this way. Yeah. Yeah, because it can't go that way. This would have to go this way. These can't be right then. Yeah, these can't be right then. Okay, let's look at the possibilities up here. Because, like, this has to be cut off here. This can go this way or this way. This and this. Makes this more promising. No. Oh, this can't go like this. Could do this. The only way that works. And obviously that. Is this wrong? Those have to be correct. They have to be correct. That's what I have to. All right, man. I don't know what this one is yet. Oh, no, actually, I do know what this is. Does it have to be that? Have to come out. Can't go that. Have to go this way. Okay, there we go. Oh, Jesus. Explodes. I gilded all these. So, like, the first one that's not gonna be gilded is one of these. Wiggle shape. Alright. What is this? Twinkle shape 4. All right. This cannot go this way. Has to be the. All right. Either direction. This can't go into there. Has to be a 1. This cannot be a 1. Can't go up either. So it has to be a 2. That way. This can't be a 2 access. Can't be a. Have to be a 3. So we are. Oh. That's our 3 block. 2 block. 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 All right. Kind of just walking ourselves through. All right. All right. This has to be a 4. 1. 1. 2. 4. Okay, all right. The one block here. Or block. 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 Or block, yeah. Okay. If I did this, this has to be this, that. Problem though. Better. I think it has to go this way. Yeah, yeah. This goes this way. This has nowhere to go. This has to go this way. That's set in stone. I think these are destined to be. This would have to be here. This only has one way to go. All right, let's fill out the rest of over here. This needs to have a line. Needs to have a that line. You haven't mistaken. No, this is correct. There we go. That fills that in. All right. Sometimes it's a matter of just walking through it. Oh, gee. Mingle shape with rose windows. This can only go one of two directions. That or that. Well, no, it could do this as well. Is there any... This one cannot get any... Has to come this way. Has to come... These have all sorts of options now. If this one does an S, this one ends up doing... One does a line, this Have to come this way. Can become a T. This could do. L. This could be a. Oh, that can't be an L. This could be an L. I don't want to be an L. It's the one that can't. This could be L. Oh, wait, no. Wait. I mean, we gotta remember this, like, a full square. A full square is not off the board. It's just this one can't be an L. My thing is, this is an S. This forces this one to be an S. That's not feasible. I still think this has to be that. This can be an. This could be a T. This one can be an F. I have a square there. Be a line. This could be L. Square one. All right. What I'm not seeing. Do these two, make sure they're hiding themselves. All right, well, let's get that out of the way. Place where there's only one out, right? Can't be that. Can't be that, and so there's no other way that shape gets in. This, that. All right, there's no other way for a shape to get. Trying to suss out. Okay, I'm positive these two are correct. Let's see. The only two things that can come out of here. This is an option. That there and that there. Have this there, that there. One. Doesn't look at all. Well, what comes out of here? It's a small, okay. Because the only way of the large one comes 5 block shape. That forces us to do a 4 block here. Can't do. A 3 coming out this way forces a large elbow here. That to be a small one. This goes upward. Is that even feasible? No, it's not, because the only thing out of here is this has to go down. This has to be true. This corner has to feature one of these. Nothing else that can go. This corner needs. Okay, this corner needs L block, which is an option, in which case over take the large 5-piece. Then this satisfies us. Here, I feel like I fell into it. Here. But then the only way to get a big one would touch. I do it like this. Doesn't work. There's this option. No, there's not that option. I was gonna say there's this option of L block like this, but the only thing coming out of here is another L block, and now they're touching. I think this L block and this, those are like only way to satisfy them. This is the only way to satisfy them. Do this. I don't know. Um, could have a big elk. The 4-block elk. One thing we do know is that there has to be a small L here. This needs to be an L block. Be either this way or this way or this way. Go with this way. I don't think we've tried this way. What can't fill up here though. This fill that really easily. But then we need a big here that just can't fit. So I think this has to be like, and a big one has to go. Block here. Okay. Not the only good option. Ooh, that looks like that solves it. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, Jesus. Um, only fits in 2 directions. I hate this. Great, you stupid. Doesn't even fit in that direction. It has to be like this. I don't think there's any other way that fits in there. That doesn't fit either. No, oh, I'm dumb. It can also fit like this. Which makes of it that. Overly complicated. Especially considering this fits much better in this direction. This could just be like that. that. Sure. Oh. Oh no. This has to be like this. There's no two ways. There's no two ways about that. That has to be like that. Wow. I'm glad we saw that. All right. Let's ask some. No, this can't. This has to be displaced up or down. No, actually, this has to be displaced down. Would have to be here because otherwise, the square doesn't fit anywhere. Yeah. Those are both in perfect position. All right. I mean, obviously, ideal positioning. That goes like that. If we're looking at like purely perfect positioning, up as little space as possible. Well, not necessarily. Oh no, need to be. Actually, this is up here. Any place this fits. Or at least this one could step out. This could be. This becomes that doesn't have to be there. Have to go. Would have to be here, but No way for the... Anything up there that we could... I don't know. Let's move... This were to go in this direction. Does this become impossible to make? It doesn't become... Square is still able... It's still able... Actually, that's able to be made. Down this one. I didn't think these crosses would have actual. This has to be the here. That. Is that the only? I could go here as well. Doesn't matter though. This becomes impossible. That cannot move that direction. This comes this way. How does this get? Down this way. There's a little more leeway with this, but not by... This corner is doable. Is this okay? Let's look at the only ways this can be done. Be done like that, but creates an impossible L. Any direction it goes in this direct, any way it goes in this direction, flat out killed. Can't come in that direction. Can't come in that direction. These L's can't touch. Either have to be the, okay. They either have to be the same L or the, this L has to go somewhere else. Okay, this is correct. All right. Right, like that can be the same L. Could be the L like that. No, it can't. At. These are correct. Way. This has to be correct. Wait. That has to be correct then. Ooh, no. Has to go here. That has to go there. No way for this. Okay, we just needed for that. All right. Where's the missing one here? Oh my God, there's one in there. Only a 4 though. Ah, okay. Say. There we go. Gilded. How far are we long? We have 2 more to gild, and then we for that one, right? This one has 11. What's this one? Precision and mingle shape? Okay. Oh, I like the background's different because it's in water. Okay. About positive on those. Okay, that has to be that. Has to come this way. Goes this way, yeah. Six, like that. Let me figure out this. Okay. Where's our mistake? That's correct. So we know we can't go that way. So that could be a different shape. Yeah. Precision mingle shape and poly. The polymineal. Okay, like I think that's the only way that goes there. Oh, precision 5. Oh god. There's only so many ways certain things can go in certain places. Okay. Oh dear. Have to be in the same. These are not even. Go this way. Okay, let's. All right, let's just. Has to be like this, right? I don't see any other way that works. This would have to come out this way, whatever that ends up being, right? I mean, this could be like. No, it can't be like. No, wait. Can't do that. That can actually go like that. Because I'm dumb. Didn't think about it. That's not possible. That one's not. Let's look down here. What are the only way this one can go? Go here. Go either this way, this way. I think this has to go like this. Fill either that one or. I think this has to be here. It could be like that. This is all correct. Can't be like this. This. That's possible. Ah. Horrible. Can't be like that. Oh wait, can fill up. Okay. Okay, got it. Well, this is a 2? That's it. No, this doesn't have a mangle. This doesn't have a mangle. These two have to exist like that. It's not possible. Two have to exist like this. I can't exist like that either. That's possible. There we go. There we go. Oh, fucking hell. I'm gonna quit now. Oh, I think we're gonna go back to Eugenics tomorrow. And then next week, Eugenics maybe in Final Fantasy 13. Try to finish that up.